It's time for Maxwell-St. Pat's Baseball on Husker Radio. Today's game can be heard on KODY 1240 AM and 1061 FM, HuskerRadio.com, or the KODY mobile app. Now let's send it to the diamond for all the action. Here's Tanner Struckman.
Hey, good afternoon, MSP fans. Maxwell-St. Pat's Baseball getting ready to kick off their postseason run. We welcome you to Mount Michael Benedictine High School. Welcome to District Baseball here on HuskerRadio.com. We welcome in our listeners on KODY 1240 AM, 1061 FM as well. As we get set up, it's a beautiful afternoon in Elkhorn, Nebraska. Mount Michael is where we're at. They're the hosts. They're the high seed of this C6 district tournament, and they get set to host your Maxwell-St. Pat's baseball team as they take on Lincoln Christian in the second of two semifinal games. First game went to the home team, Mount Michael. They defeated Raymond Central 8-1, so they're into the district final, which we held tomorrow. Their opponent to be determined. Lincoln Christian doing their in-out right now. MSP will get theirs going in a moment. MSP comes into this matchup with a 3-5 regular season record, and Lincoln Christian 11-5 in their regular season. These two teams saw each other, in fact, to kick off the season. So kind of a beginning and end to this season here for these two, when they saw each other back in late March, which, boy, that feels like a long time ago. Lincoln Christian won that one 10-0 back to kick off the season for MSP. That seems like a long time ago. It was only 8 games ago for MSP, but it was a 10-0 loss. They'll try to build on that here today and take on Lincoln Christian in what is an elimination game of the season. This is game one, but it's win or go home. Winner moves on to face Mount Michael tomorrow. Our pregame brought to you by Quick Stop, just around every corner. Fast, easy, and convenient with 6 locations throughout North Platte. Also locations in Ogallala, Hershey, Grant, and Imperial. On the road everywhere, it is Quick Stop. We're down on the field, right behind home plate, just off to the right, down the first base line, just a few feet. So you can see the chain link fence. That's just going to be in the way. I'll tell you that. I tried to zoom in a little bit more and try to get through that, but then the focus doesn't always work out right, and you don't get a whole lot of the field. So that's the best angle I can give you. The press box was occupied here at Mount Michael, but it's a gorgeous day for baseball. Man, sun is out. It's a beautiful field. It's a beautiful campus too, just outside of Elkhorn. And set up for some good baseball here between Maxwell-St. Pat's and the Lincoln Christian Crusaders. Glad you're with us on, again, HuskerRadio.com, or those listening on KODY. We'll take a time out on our pregame. We'll come back and talk with the coach, Cole Herrick. We'll recap the regular season and preview the season. We're a little bit behind schedule. We were scheduled for a 4:30 first pitch. We'll probably be closer to 5, maybe 5:05 when we get this second game underway. Pregame rolls on in a moment from Mount Michael. It's the C6 District Tournament on Husker Radio.
Take your internet service to new levels with Allo, your award-winning internet provider across our fiber hoods. Allo isn't just about the fastest internet available. It's about connecting you to your world, work, and play seamlessly. Our award-winning service ensures affordable, secure, and reliable connectivity, setting us apart. Ready to transform your internet experience? Experience the fiber difference today. Sign up now at allofiber.com. Allo, connecting your world.
When you're working outdoors, unpredictability is the norm, so tackle your toughest jobs with the 2025 Honda Pioneer 700. This rugged side-by-side brings power to any party with reliable torque for towing and smooth shifting for the trails. And you can choose between 3 trims, Standard, Deluxe, or the True Timber Forest Edition, equipped for ultimate backwood adventures. Get greater capability. See the 2025 Honda Pioneer 700 today at Budke Power Sports off I-80 under the Big Red Roof, North Platte. For your safety, read the owner's manual, wear a helmet, eye protection, closed side nets and doors, and always wear seatbelts. Honda side-by-sides for riders 16 and older.
Putting your family first.
At Phelps Family Dentistry, we always go the extra mile for our patients. Whether it's helping them conquer their dental anxiety or helping them achieve the smile they've always dreamed of, our team strives to make sure every patient feels like family. Call 534-4040 to schedule your appointment or visit us on the web at phelpsdds.com. We would like to also wish St. Pat's Irish good luck this sports season.
Putting your family first.
Ollie, you need to clean up your fishing and hunting gear. It's everywhere.
I'm out of room. I don't have anywhere to put it.
Get some storage at Another Storage. They have sizes for everything.
I already have some there.
Well, get another. Another Storage, 532-1332.
Welcome back at our Quick Stop pregame show. We are at Mount Michael Benedictine High School here for the C6 District Tournament baseball season here. Postseason baseball as MSP gets ready to take on Lincoln Christian. Coach Cole Herrick with us. Coach, you wrapped up the regular season 3-5. I know a win over Centennial in your final game of the regular season. That was kind of a fun one, a good one. And, honestly, on a short season, you had to learn quick. Didn't have a lot of time to really get, only had 8 games, and that's tough, but a pretty good regular season.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, we saw progress throughout the year, and again, it's hard when you're only getting about 1, maybe 2 games a week, but, things kind of came together for us against Centennial. We were really impressed with just our energy and our attitude throughout the game, and we just hit the ball really well and made some plays on defense as well, so we're ready to go for today. The
benefit of playing 1 a week is that your ace was able to get kind of like a season like probably most aces do. He got to pitch a lot. More than normal when you only have an 8-game schedule. So you were able to get him a lot of opportunities on the mound, and I'm sure he's your plan here today.
Yep. We're going to go with Brecken again on the mound. And, yeah, like you said, it's been nice being able to kind of rely on having him throw most games, and it's been good for him because he's kind of had a couple of ups and downs and had to work through some difficulties during games too, and so I think he's pretty battle tested and ready to go too.
How about his pace on the mound? It's lightning fast.
Yeah, when he gets rolling, it's one of my favorite things to just kind of sit back and watch, and Levi gets into it a little bit too, and sometimes that ball's barely in his glove by the time it's back on the mound. And we've only had a couple times where teams have tried to slow us down a little more, but yeah, it's fun watching Brecken when he's rolling.
MSP here taking on Lincoln Christian. So you've seen them, you saw them in the season opener. It was a 10-0 loss, but looking back, it wasn't for, you weren't giving up hits. I think it was all singles. I think they had like 5 hits. It was some walks that certainly hurt you, I know, in that one, but it was a competitive game.
Yeah, definitely. The other thing about it is while we didn't score, we had guys on the base paths a lot, and we just were really looking for that timely hit to get some runs across, and that's the one thing that was missing. That's something that we've seen come along more and more as the season's gone on. So, we're hoping the offense is going to get rolling a little bit better here today. And then, we've talked a lot about if teams are just going to hit the ball all over the place, we'll kind of accept that, but we're trying to limit those walks and errors, and that's kind of what got us the first time. But outside of that, we did compete pretty well, so we're kind of looking to see how much we've improved against them this time.
And that's been the key, is if it's just like this Raymond Central game we're watching, they had 2 quick outs, couldn't get that 3rd out, gave up 3 runs in the first, and it was a pop fly that they just missed. And that is, I was talking with Coach Brady, there's 4 or 5 outs in games that you lose that you probably should have had, and those are where the game kind of blows open.
Yeah, if you look, especially, a lot of our losses this year, it's not like we've given up 5 runs an inning. We're competitive, and then, like you said, it's just that 2 to 3 outs throughout the game that you don't get that then leads to the extra runs that make a game a little bit less competitive. So, we've got good energy today. I've liked the way we've been all day, and so, we're looking to really be competitive and limit those.
MSP Lincoln Christian District Tournament here. What a beautiful day to get some postseason baseball going.
Yeah, beautiful day out. It's a beautiful campus, and we're ready to roll.
All right, Coach Cole Herrick, best of luck. Appreciate the time.
Yep, thank you.
More pregame after this.
Looking for a great place to stay? Visit North Platte's award-winning True by Hilton Hotel. You'll be greeted by their spacious lobby and friendly staff. Play a game of pool or relax by our fire pit as you savor your favorite beverage from our well-stocked pantry, which includes beer and wine. Enjoy the state-of-the-art 55-inch HD television with streaming capabilities. Complimentary breakfast buffet featuring fresh-made pancakes in our large fitness center. Choose the True by Hilton North Platte, conveniently located just off I-80 at exit 179.
Looking for used items at a big discount, all while supporting the North Platte Catholic Schools? Shop the Bargain Bin, a thrift store located at 421 East 3rd Street in North Platte. Open Thursday through Saturday, 10 to 3. The Bargain Bin sells everything from household items, quality home decor, crafts, clothing of all sizes, including children's, bedding, holiday decorations, antiques, and furniture. Plus, donations are accepted with drop-off Monday through Wednesday from 8:30 to noon. After hours, call 221-2665. Proceeds benefit North Platte Catholic Schools.
Nebraska Harvest Center, Nebraska's exclusive Kloss dealership, is redefining the future of farming. Join us as a resident service technician and receive a $5,000 signing bonus, competitive wages, and premium free family health care. Are you ready to work on the most advanced agricultural machinery? Take the leap towards a brighter future. Become part of our success story today. Nebraska Harvest Center, driving innovation in agriculture. Visit us at nebharv.com.
Are you in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV? Look no further than Bill Summers Ford Honda Nissan Lincoln for your next vehicle. Look online 24/7 at BillSummers.com. Bill Summers is Western Nebraska's leasing headquarters, and they have aggressive financing to get you into the vehicle you've been dreaming of. Check out all the inventory at BillSummers.com anytime. Bill Summers Ford Honda Nissan Lincoln, where families are our business. Highway 83 and Walker Road in North Platte, and online 24/7 at BillSummers.com.
Welcome back on HuskerRadio.com, KODY 1240 AM 106.1 FM. We're set up at Mount Michael High School, side of the C6 District Tournament here. MSP and Mount Michael getting set for some high school baseball in the postseason here. Winner gets Mount Michael later tomorrow in the C6 District Championship game. MSP, again, 3-5 regular season. MSP coming off of a win over Centennial to wrap up the season. That was back on April 29th, so it's been a while since they played. Won that game 13-6. Of course, they opened the season with Lincoln Christian. Lost to them and St. Paul Palmer, both 10-0 in a triangular. Then beat Sedgwick County, Colorado 13-4 for their first win. They lost to Holdridge in April 8th, 12-2. Beat Aurora, comeback fashion. That was kind of the marquee moment of the season when they had a comeback win at home against Aurora. Then lost 2 at home in their home try against Adams Central and North Platte before concluding the regular season with the win over Centennial. Again, that was back on April 29th, so that's how we got to 3-5 for MSP. For Lincoln Christian, 11-5. They kicked off the season 4-0. Lost to Concordia, Brownell, Tabot, Omaha Christian Academy. Beat Lincoln High. Lost 3 in a row, and they won 4. Lost to Central City Centura, but only 10-7. That's one of the better teams in Class C. Lost to them 10-7. Beat Fort Calhoun, a good team, and then defeated Plattsmouth in their season finale in the regular season. That was earlier this week by a score of 4-0. So got some good wins. I mean, if you look at above 500 teams that beat St. Paul Palmer to kick off the season. Blew out some teams. I mean, there's some big wins on the season, but they also beat Auburn 13-1. They beat Omaha Gross Catholic, who's above 500, 7-3. Close wins over Lincoln Northwest and Fort Calhoun, and then both 3-2, and then that 4-0 win. So they've shown they can win some close ball games this season. I think this is their 5th year as a program. I was looking back to their record, and they did not play. Of course, nobody played in 2020, the COVID year, but they didn't have records for 2019. So I'm going to say this is their 5th year. They were district champs last year. They went to state and went 2-2. They had a pretty good run at the state tournament. That was their first trip in school history. So this is a program that coming off a really good season last year, 16-6. They've backed it up with an 11-5 record here this year and set for baseball here today in Mount Michael. Short trip for them, short trip for Raymond. That's not very far away at all. And, of course, Mount Michael, the home team. So MSP made the road trip. They were the road warriors of this bracket. There is no doubt about that. And a 4-hour trip for them. They'd love to stick around, though, and play again tomorrow. That would be right here at Mount Michael against Mount Michael, the home team, who again won this game, the first game today. That was over Raymond Central, 8-1. It was a tight game, though. That game was 3-0, pretty deep into it. In fact, I think it was in the 6th inning when Mount Michael opened that game up and scored their 5 runs to take an 8-1 lead. But really, Raymond Central played a pretty good ball game there as the two coaches are meeting here at home field to get this one, a home plate, to get this one underway in just a moment. But Raymond Central certainly battled in that one against the top seed. I don't have a game time for tomorrow's winners. It's not listed on the NSAA's website. I would guess it'd probably be around a 4:30, but it might depend on the opponent. You know, Lincoln Christian, that's obviously two teams that are pretty close to each other. MSP would win. Of course, that might alter the time of first pitch tomorrow. Brecken Collins will be on the mound for MSP. Brecken has kind of been the ace of the season for MSP. Not kind of, he's been the workhorse. I mean, if you look at in those 8 games, Brecken's pitched in 5 of them already this year. Boasts a 2-1 record. This will be his 5th start of the season, a 7.26 ERA, but he's had a good year in his sophomore campaign, and looking forward to seeing what he can do. I think if he's on, he gives you a chance to be in any game. And I think you'd probably see Griffin Flock out of the bullpen. He's pitched 12 innings, solid 2.33 ERA for the freshman this season. On the mound for Lincoln Christian, you'll see Elam Bryson, a senior, and he will get the start here today. He'll be making his 5th appearance of the year. He's got a 2-0 record and a 2.45 ERA. I don't think he's probably considered their ace. He did not pitch the first game against MSP, so this will be a different pitcher for MSP here today. Let's get you your starting lineups here for MSP. Here's how they will bat. Batting first and playing the starting pitchers, Brecken Collins. Jackson Braithwaite bats second. He'll play second base, followed by Isaac Irish, the shortstop. Cole Jones bats fourth and cleanup spot. He'll play center field today for MSP. Batting fifth is Xavier Pieper, your left fielder. Levi Charter, the catcher, will bat sixth, followed by Braxton Richards, your first baseman. In the 8th spot is Griffin Flock, the third baseman, and rounding out the lineup, Javen Westcoat will be in right field for MSP today. Again, Collins, Braithwaite, Irish, Jones, Pieper, Charter, Richards, Flock, and Westcoat for MSP. At the home plate here today, again facing Elam Bryson, the starting pitcher. He's a senior for Lincoln Christian. And we'll get you his line again on the year. Bryson with a 2-0 record through 4 appearances. He's given in 20 innings, given up 18 hits, 8 runs, 7 earned, struck out 17 and walked just 6, and a 2.45 ERA for Bryson on the mound. Again, he did not pitch in the first game between these two teams back in late March. That was DeWitt, who looks to be at least their ace on the season. But certainly Bryson's had a terrific year so far this year. In fact, I believe he pitched in their most recent game against Plattsmouth. He did just 3 days ago. Made an appearance in that one, went 4 innings in that one. So he's getting a quick turnaround where he gave up 2 hits and no runs against Plattsmouth. So his best performance of the year was just 3 days ago, and he gets the nod here in a district game against MSP. MSP in the orange tops with green sleeves and white pants and white numerals. Brecken Collins will step in as Lincoln Christian in the white uniforms with blue numerals, little red trim here to get it underway here from Elkhorn and Michael High School. It is a beautiful day for baseball here in Elkhorn. Winds are not bad at all, and temperatures are certainly in the 70s here today. It's a gorgeous day to play some district baseball. And we got a great viewpoint right behind home plate here. 77 degrees here at first pitch to get this one underway with winds about 5 to 10 is all. Here's Brecken Collins leading it off for MSP as Bryson will get the first pitch home to get this one underway. And the C6 district tournament for MSP comes in low, ball 1 to start him off. Collins on his sophomore campaign, a .400 average with 8 hits, 2 doubles and a triple, and 5 driven in. 1-0 count. Bryson, the right-hander to the righty Collins, and just misses that one outside. 2-0. Collins, of course, had a terrific end of his freshman campaign in the district tournament. He had his career day in this tournament a year ago. That pitch way high near the eyes. 3-0. Brecken, 3 multi-hit games this year. Did not get a hit against Lincoln Christian. Did strike out twice, but again, a different pitcher here. He'll likely sit on this 3-0 pitch from the righty, Elam Bryson, and delivers. And he'll come through with the first pitch, first strike there. And we'll see if Collins is aggressive here. Again, for MSP, it'll be Collins, Braithwaite, Irish. Anybody reaches Cole Jones. 3-1 count to the sophomore Collins. Sees it low, ball 4. And MSP's got the leadoff man aboard here in the first inning. So a good start for MSP as Collins gets on base via base on balls. And a runner on first for Jackson Braithwaite here for MSP. Braithwaite hitting .263 on his sophomore campaign. 5 hits, 7 driven in. That's a team high number. He has 3 out of those 5 hits are extra basers. So he's been able to get a good bat on. He'll ground one into left field. That's a base hit. Jackson Braithwaite follows up the walk with a single into left, and MSP's got the first 2 aboard here in the first inning. So solid start for MSP. Aggressive swing by Braithwaite. And now runners first and second for MSP. Brings up Isaac Irish, the senior. Great speed on the base pass. MSP didn't have to even try it with Collins as Braithwaite swings and immediately gets on base. Here's Irish, the senior. 278 clip on his senior campaign. He'll take strike 1 to start it off. Isaac again, 278 with 5 hits, 2 driven in. He's due for a big one to close out his senior campaign. He's been a 4-year player for this program. Runner on the move, picked around to third, is not going to be in time. Brecken Collins saved with a stolen bag at third base. I didn't see where the pitch was either. I was looking down. So Collins steals his 16th stolen base of the year. Boy, he has been aggressive on that this year. Been a terrific base runner for MSP. I'll get the quick stop. There we go. Well, I got the chain link fence in the way, but the quick stop logo can go away. I think we have a 1-1 count. They don't have it on the scoreboard. Sorry about that. A little out of the elements when I'm outside. Here's a ground ball by Isaac Irish. 2-hopper. They'll flip to second for 1. Relay to first is in time. They get the double play. It'll score a run, though. Isaac Irish puts the ball in play, and MSP grabs a 1-0 lead. So you'll take that if you're MSP to at least get one home. And that stolen base, a pretty big deal there. It is going to be a double play. Well executed by Lincoln Christian, but it scores Brecken Collins, and it's a 1-0 lead now for Cole Jones with nobody on and 2 away. So 1-0 MSP, and the first pitch missing outside to Cole Jones, 1-0. Jones on the year, 250 average. He has 6 hits, 5 runs batted in, a pair of doubles. For the Maxwell senior, he'll ground one foul, third base line, 1-1 count on Cole Jones. He has been this is his 38th game of his career for MSP baseball. 4-year player for the program here. Stands in with a 1-1 count. 2 down, we're in the first. Bryson comes home, off speed, lost that one. Jones ducks underneath it, 2-1. Good start for MSP, a base on balls, a hit. A double play, but a run comes home. Now the 2-1 to Jones. Just misses low, 3-1. Scoreboard reads 2-1, but I believe it's 3-1. Bryson long stare down to his catcher. Kicks and delivers. Swing and a miss, full count. Big rip. And see if Jones can extend this first inning. 1-0 MSP on the ground out by Irish that brings home Brecken Collins. He scores for the 11th time this year to lead the team. Here's the 3-2 pitch from Bryson. A long pause and delivers. And it's called strike 3. Jones goes down looking on that, and MSP's first inning will point 1, though, in the top of the first. 1 run off, 1 hit. There were no errors and nobody left on base. Go to the bottom half of the first. Brecken Collins will pitch for MSP. Lincoln Christian due up to bat in the C6 District Tournament after this.
This is Marty Trashinsky. I'm proud to help sponsor another year of sports for our St. Pat's Irish teams. If you find yourself in need of a lawyer, I'd be glad to help you out. I've been handling civil lawsuits, criminal cases, and general legal matters here in North Platte for over 30 years. Like our Irish teams, I know how to win. Call me at 534-4837 or visit my website at troshlaw.com. Experience you need, results you want, and let's go Irish.
When it comes time to honor the life of your loved one, it's all about the relationship. Adams & Swanson Funeral Home will help you celebrate that bond with assisting you and your family with all services, ceremonies, grief support, and pre-planning. Learn more by visiting adamswanson.com or by calling 532-2044.
You're hungry and you don't want to cook. Time for Dave's.
You know how it goes. It's 6 p.m. already and nothing's planned for dinner. Let Dave's Place take care of it. With dine-in and carry-out, your family's meal is taken care of.
And Dave's Place has the big game on.
A family atmosphere with plenty of TVs to watch all the matchups you want. With homemade pizza, wings of almost any flavor, and nightly drink specials, Dave's Place won't let you down for dinner.
Dave's Place, 1510 East 4th Street, North Platte, or online at davesplacemp.com.
Whoop, whoop.
Bottom of the first we go. Starting lineup here for the Lincoln Christian Crusaders. Batting first is the first baseman, Ian Brester. He's a senior. Batting second, number 8, the shortstop. That's Grant DeHaan. In the 3 spot, it's number 4, the third baseman, Caleb DeWitt, followed by the starting pitcher, Elin Bryson. Paxton Bailey will bat 5th. He's number 30. Number 10, Jackson Wobig is a sophomore batting 6th. In the 7 spots, number 11, Maddox Eppenbaum. Matt Witt bats 8th, and rounding out the lineup is number 5, Drew Matan. Here's Brecken Collins on the mound for MSP. Righty-righty matchup to start it off, and he'll pitch it outside, ball 1 into Brester to start it off. For Brecken on the year, it's appearance number 6, 18 in the third innings. 5th start, a 2-1 record. He's given up 27 hits, 30 runs, 19 of them earned. 1-0 is a ground ball, one hopper to third base, knocked down but not cleanly. Throw to first is high, and on first base is Brester. Now he's rounding to go to second. That flock was right there, came off the tip of his glove and went right down, and then he threw well high. And it is a Brester getting on base via an error to start it off for MSP. And that's something MSP just simply can't afford early on in this game or at any point in this game. 1-0 lead for MSP, but now a runner on second base immediately off the bat of Brester. And that'll bring up now Grant DeHaan. DeHaan, a junior, in the lineup hitting .431. It's a team that can certainly bat. That pitch high from Brecken Collins, 1-0. DeHaan, 22 hits, leads the team, 22 driven in. He's got a home run, 7 doubles as well. And he's got a base runner at second. 1-0, missing again. Collins yet to find the strike zone, 2-0. This is a team that hits .330. They did not have that success against MSP in their season opener. The 2-0, well high. Collins loses that one, 3-0. And a tough start for Brecken on the mound, which has not necessarily been a big issue for him, is issuing walks. The 3-0 needs a good one. Doesn't find it. 4-pitch walk. There's runners at first and second here in the Lincoln Christian bottom of the first inning. That'll bring up now number 4, Caleb DeWitt. DeWitt, one of the 4 seniors on the roster for Lincoln Christian. He's leading the team at a .432 average. 19 hits, 12 driven in. Has a home run on the year, along with 4 doubles. He's got runners at first and second, and there Collins able to hit the outside half for strike 1. See if that settles Brecken into this one. 1-0 MSP. Collins scored early on in the top of the first inning to get MSP on the scoreboard first. But Lincoln Christian threatening, squaring to bunt. This one's bunted down the third base line. It'll roll foul and be a foul ball and an 0-2 count now on DeWitt. He looked at the first pitch, then tried to bunt, now in an 0-2 hole. See if Collins can slam the door on DeWitt. Keep base runners on. It's a team that doesn't run a lot. 28 stolen bases on the year, but they had 8 of them against MSP back in that season opener, so you can bet that's on their mind. The 0-2 swung on and missed. Collins wins that battle. He went reaching for it, and Brecken wins that one away. Beautiful pitch on the outside. And Brecken Collins has his 18th strikeout of the year. Puts one down here in the bottom of the first for Lincoln Christian. That brings up Elam Bryson now, the senior. Bryson hitting .367, 18 runs and 16 driven in. Takes one outside, ball 1 from Brecken Collins. He's one of 4 that has hit a home run this year. 6 extra base hits for Bryson on the year. This one's lifted to left field, but it'll roll, it'll drift foul. Gave it a pretty good ride, did Bryson, but it's a 1-1 count. Runners first and second for Lincoln Christian. Bottom of the first, MSP 1-0 here in this C6 district tournament. They didn't score against Lincoln Christian in the season opener, so off to a better start already. 1-1, just foul ball over the dugout. Fence wasn't in front of the team for Lincoln Christian. Somebody would have gotten plunked. Instead, it's a 1-2 count now on Bryson. Bryson, he had a good day against MSP. One of the few that got hits against MSP in that season opener. He went 2 for 3 here. The 1-2, ground ball to third base. Flock eats him up. He's going to pick it up. Everybody will be safe, though. Flock knocked it down, but couldn't glove it. And base is now loaded for Lincoln Christian with 1 away in the first inning. The scores board labels that an E5. Second error of the inning, and base is loaded now. We'll have a courtesy runner at first base for Bryson.
Number 15, Cale Bryson.
And that's Cale Bryson, a freshman. I'm guessing those two know each other. Kale in for Elam to run it first. Bases loaded. One away, bottom of the first inning. And nowhere to put him for Brecken Collins. Is at the plate is number 3, Paxton Bailey. First pitch home, swings and misses on the off speed, comes up empty. Bailey, 294 average, 15 hits, 9 driven in, 4 doubles. This team's been a double machine, 31 doubles. So far hitless, but bases loaded. The pitch bounces in, good stop on home plate by Levi Charter to keep the tying run at third base. And a 1-1 count now on Bailey. Collins issues outside, 2-1. Collins been the workhorse. Starts in now 5 of 9 games for MSP. Behind in the count on Bailey, 2-1. Bases loaded, lost that one low, gets back to the backstop. Brester coming home to score, and he'll tie this game up without a throw. So it'll be a 1-1 tie, and MSP's hurting themselves with some errors. Now a pitch that gets back to the backstop, and on goes the base runners to second and third as Brester scores. DeHaan moves on to third base, and Bryson on to second. And now a 3-1 count on Bailey. Collins loses that one low. This one's ball 4 and leaks away from Charter's glove, but stays at home plate. And again, bases loaded. So not a hit to be found for Lincoln Christian, but a pair of walks, a couple errors, a pass ball, and it's a 1-1 game with bases loaded. We'll have another courtesy runner at first for Bailey.
Crusaders,
That's going to be number 13, David
Crow.
a junior. And now we'll see the lefty, number 10, Jackson Wobig, stepping in, the sophomore, who's hitting 300 on his year.
Number 10, Jackson Wobig.
He's got 9 hits, 3 driven in, and he'll try to collect the first hit for Lincoln Christian. First pitch to a lefty, line left field, but foul ball. Collins works ahead 0-1. Wobig hitless in the first game against MSP to kick off the year, 0 for 2 there. He's got an opportunity here to get Lincoln Christian the first lead for the Crusaders. The 0-1 way outside, even count. Collins already 21 pitches, 1 away. Bases loaded, 1-1 tie for MSP and Lincoln Christian in the bottom of the first of the C6 district tournament. The pitch way high. Christian Charter has to pop out of his stance to glove that. 2-1 count now. Collins likes it, the 2-1. High again, 3-1, and Crusaders patient here. Collins will need a good one. 3-1 count for Brecken Collins. Takes a little off, but misses it, apparently wide. Collins looked at that, wondering where it went. It'll bring in a run, and that makes it 2-1. Lincoln Christian, and the bases remain loaded. The third walk issued for Collins, and Coach Eric's going to take time and come out and chat with his sophomore starter here today, as it's now Lincoln Christian 2-1 in the bottom of the first inning, and without a hit. They're working their way through the lineup. This time out brought to you by Dave's Place in North Platte. For the next time out of your kitchen and the best homemade pizza and wings, get to Dave's Place with dine-in, carry-out, and online ordering available. It is Dave's Place in North Platte. Again, a beautiful day here in Mount Michael. It's an awesome campus. Nice ball field here. Coach Eric's conversation complete here, as it'll be an important part here. Is at the plate is Maddox Eppenbach, the junior. He has got bases loaded with still 1 away. Our game coverage brought to you in part by Jorgensen's Lawn Service. If you need a thicker, greener, less troublesome lawn, call Jorgensen's Lawn Service 368-4000 with fertilizer, iron, weed, and insect control. Jorgensen's proudly serves the entire area. Call today for a free estimate, 368-4000. Conversation complete. Pitch low, got away from Charter, but not far enough. Everybody holds in a 1-0 count. Eppenbaugh hitting .235 on the year. 8 hits, 10 driven in, a pair of doubles. Bases loaded again, 1-0 count. Collins misses it wide. Boy, his command has just been off today. Uncharacteristic of him. And behind on Eppenbaugh, 2-0. Collins can't find it there. Low, 3-0. Bases loaded. This inning has just been a disastrous start for MSP after grabbing a 1-0 lead. Collins finds it there on a 3-0. I thought that strikeout might kind of jumpstart him, and it is not so far. See if this can he win this battle here. Issues that low, ball 4, and another walk will bring in a run, making it 3-1. Lincoln Christian, and it has just been, they've been able to be pretty patient here, as that is the fourth walk issued by Collins today. Wouldn't be too surprised if that's maybe a season high already for him. It's not been a real big issue. That ties his season high in walks. And now at the plate is Witt, and Witt will foul one. It's going to come back into play and hit on the top of the fence, and a foul ball on number 23, Matthew Witt. Witt hitting .421 in the lineup in the 8 spot, and he's played in every game this year. An effective bottom of the order. He misses that one low as Collins 1-1. Witt with 16 hits, 10 driven in. How about that from your number 8 hitter? Here he's got bases loaded. The 1-1. Ground ball. This one to Braithwaite at second. Braithwaite will flip to second, get the runner there. There's no relay. And they're going to, the ball came out of Isaac Irish's hand, but he's saying that came after the out. So they'll get the out there, but it will score a run to make it 4-1. So it'll be a fielder's choice for Witt. As MSP is able to get the one out. Wobig safe at third. Out at second is Eppenbaugh. Runners now at the corners. 2 down, and it's a 4-1 lead for Lincoln Christian here in the bottom of the first inning. That'll bring up the number 9 hitter in the lineup, number 5, Drew Matan. Runner on the move, throwing, no throw, fly ball to center field. Cole Jones shifting over, and it pops out of his glove. And safe, and a run comes home to score. 2 runs come home to score. Boy, that is very uncharacteristic for Cole Jones in center field. Wobig scores, and with 2 outs, Witt was running. And he'll score as well. And on to second base goes Matan. And boy, this is just a disastrous start for MSP, as that makes it a 6-1 lead. They've got 5-1, but 2 came home in that. The 3rd error of the inning for MSP, and it's 6-1, and now the top of the order comes around in Brester, who got this inning started off. That was a ground ball reached on an error. It was then a walk, then a strikeout, then an error, and then the walks began. And now, boy, that's a 2-run error. First pitch into Brester is a called strike 1. Brester hitting .333 prior to his first AB today. He leads the team, 24 runs scored now. Pitch home, way high. Brester has to move his head out of the way of that one. And a 1-1 count. Bottom of the first inning. Lincoln Christian with a 6-1 lead here. Collins with a pitch. Comes in there for his strike 1-2. Boy, you got to slam the door on this inning if you're MSP. See if Collins can do it here on a 1-2 count. Delivers, he'll reach for it, it's dropped, it goes back to the backstop. Brester will reach on third base, runner on the move, hit it 2. And so again, MSP is not able to get the out recorded once again.
Brings up the shortstop.
And so Brett now runners at the corners. That's really back-to-back outs that MSP is not able to collect.
Hey, you're all right. Let it go. Let's go. Turn the page.
And now it'll bring up Grant DeHaan. DeHaan, the first time up, he walked back in the early portion of this. Runner on the move. Collins turns, throws to second. The tag is not in time. Run comes home to score. And Lincoln Christian can't really do wrong right now. Matan scores. And they are working MSP right now with still 2 outs and a 7-1 lead for Lincoln Christian here in the bottom of the first inning. Now a runner at second base. Pitch. And that one is low. To DeHaan. This is a 39th pitch for Brecken Collins. 7-1 Lincoln Christian. Boy, I didn't see this coming. That pitch missing, 2-0. And to this point, no hits. That's unbelievable. Not a hit in the ball game for Lincoln Christian. 2-0, finds the strike zone there for Collins, 2-1. And again, gotta slam the door here. Still a lot of game time in this game, but it can't get any worse. Self-inflicted. That pitch inside, 3-1. And for Brecken Collins, the command has just not been there, which is surprising. 3-1, lifted, left field. It's Xavier Pieper calling everyone off. Xavier gloves that to record the final out. Boy, disastrous first inning here for MSP defensively as 7 runs come home on 0 hits for Lincoln Christian. There were 3 errors and 1 left on base. Played 1. It's Lincoln Christian 7, MSP 1. You're listening to the C6 District Tournament on Husker Radio.
Hi, this is Jordan Mawson with Lashley Land and Recreational Brokers. I know that selling the family farm or ranch can be a very tough and emotional decision. Many years of blood, sweat, and tears go into taking care of your family's legacy. Should the time come to make that big decision to sell, you need a professional who understands the farm and ranch real estate market and can help you make the most of this once-in-a-lifetime decision. If you're thinking of selling your farm or ranch property in Nebraska, call me, Jordan Mawson, or check out my agent page at lashleyland.com.
Save money at the pump at Quick Stop with the DinoPay app. DinoPay offers contactless payment using your preferred debit or credit card. The savings add up with 12 cents per gallon and even more on Tuesdays and Thursdays with rollbacks for savings of 15 cents per gallon. Huge savings. The Sinclair DinoPay is saving you at the pump. Don't forget Frazzle Gourmet Slushes and For Real Shakes and Smoothies. Gourmet coffee at everyday low prices on your favorite beers.
Just like the athletes on the field, quarter track, your heating and cooling units work hard, and service on them is sometimes needed when the air conditioning stops running cold or your furnace shuts down. Call Langmeyer Heating and Cooling of North Platte for service or a new unit altogether. That's Langmeyer Heating and Cooling of North Platte, 534-5848. Tanner Struckman back with you at Mount Michael High School here. It's the C6 District Tournament. MSP trailing 7-1 after the first inning. Boy, now trying to settle into this game. Put yourself in a big hole here. Can they make a... Start chipping away. That's goal number 1 here. 2 up, 5-6-7 for MSP. Pieper, Charter, Richards to face Bryson. MSP was able to get a hit. In fact, they have the only hit of the game. It's a Jackson Braithwaite single, a double play. Took 2 outs, but on that play, Collins got the 1-0 lead. Here's Pieper swinging on the first pitch. Skies one to shallow left. This is barely on the outfield grass, recorded by the shortstop. DeHaan, 1 away. Quickly, as a fly out there for Pieper, puts 1 down here in the top of the second inning for MSP. That'll bring up now Levi Charter. Charter, he's hit .350 on the year. 7 hits, pair driven in. Been a good addition to this program. Sees one outside from Bryson, 1-0. Levi had a double against Centennial, 2 hits in that game. In the most recent game for MSP. 1-0 count. Bryson, this line left field. That's going to drift foul, though. Good stick on it, but 5 or 6 feet foul down the left field line, which we are almost straight away down the, if I slide my head over, I'm looking down the left field foul line. Bryson with a 1-1 count here in the top of the second inning. Winner gets Mount Michael tomorrow. And he'll bring it enough speed and come up with a called strike 2. Charter looks at that. MSP did not hit well against this team. 4 hits in that season opener, but had base runners. That's what Coach mentioned. 1-2 is ground ball this time, first base line. So Charter spraying him around the field. 1-2 count. It wasn't a hit fest by either team in that game, despite it being a 10-0 game. And this one certainly hasn't been a hit fest either. Only 1 hit and 8 runs between the two. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Charter. Bryson comes set, kicks and delivers, and just getting a piece of that is Charter to stay alive. He's at least battling here to down 1-2. And he steps back in. Bryson's 1-2. Swing and a miss. Big rip. And a strikeout for Bryson. 2 down here in the MSP second inning. Second strikeout for Bryson today, and that'll bring up Braxton Richards now with 2 outs. The senior hitting 150. Does have 3 hits and 3 driven in, including a triple. As a righty-righty matchup here with 2 away in the second inning. That pitch missing outside, ball 1. Braxton Richards, senior, he's played a lot of baseball. This is his 24th game of his senior year. He'll rip one well foul, third base line. Way ahead of that one. Now a 1-1 count on Richards. 7-1 Lincoln Christian. If you missed the first inning, it was a wild one. MSP got on a walk and then a hit. Got a stolen base, grounded into a double play, but scored a run. Has the only hit of the game, but trails 7-1. Thanks to 3 errors and 4 walks in the first inning. 1-1. Richards way ahead in front of that one. Well, 1-2 count on Braxton. I mentioned this isn't necessarily Lincoln Christian's ace, but Bryson's pitched a fair amount, third most innings on the team, and has one of the better ERAs on the team. It's a good pitching staff. Certainly a strength for them. The 1-2. Called strike 3. Richards looks at back-to-back strikeouts, and MSP goes down in order in the top of the second inning. Go to the bottom half, MSP trailing 7-1 on Husker Radio.
Sandhills State Bank is a bank for Sandhillers. Families, entrepreneurs, teachers, nonprofits, farmers, nurses, contractors, ranchers, stylists, artists, retailers, professionals, outfitters, restaurateurs, mechanics. It takes all of us to make the Sandhills prosper, and Sandhills State Bank is here to help. Open an account today at sandhillstate.com/open or visit one of our 10 locations across the Sandhills to start growing the Sandhills together. Sandhills State Bank, member FDIC.
Lincoln County Feed Yard reminds you, when it's time to eat Nebraska beef. Real food for real people. It's pro-America and pro-Nebraska. The Lincoln County Feed Yard is a proud supporter of the North Platte St. Patrick's Athletics. Eat beef tonight and go Irish.
Heading out of town for the weekend or just want your dog to play for a while? Pawsapalooza is your pup's place. Pawsapalooza, owned by Patrick and Rosie O'Neill, is a first-class pet boarding and daycare facility for your pooch. With day camp available Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m., trust your dog with them. Full or half days available, along with overnight boarding. Located at 663 Halligan Drive in North Platte, Pawsapalooza, your pet's happy place. Find them on Facebook.
Are you in need of farm or ranch management or considering a sale of your ag real estate? Turn to the professionals at HD Management. Contact Kurt Pieper, Hank Nicely, or Justin Pieper with HD Management in North Platte. That's HD Management, your professionals in ag real estate. Back here, bottom of the second we go. MSP trailing 7-1 to Lincoln Christian here. And gets to work on the offensive end. Thank you. Wind blowing a little bit here. First pitch home from Brecken Collins. High ball 1 to Caleb DeWitt, the senior. Collins gets a foul ball, so get out of play. 1-1 count on DeWitt. Issue for Collins in the first 4 walks. And didn't get a whole lot of help. 3 errors committed. There he gets a swing and a miss from DeWitt. Now a 1-2 count. Collins working ahead. Bounces that one in 2-2. DeWitt, a strikeout, and at that point, it looked like Collins, he settled in a little bit. He got an early strikeout. Here's the 2-2. This one just misses. 3-2. And now a full count here to DeWitt. To lead off the bottom of the second, Collins issues. It's a foul ball back behind us. Take a couple bounces into the parking lot here. Really nice campus here at Mount Michael. Here's the 3-2. This is ripped to left field. Pieper sizes it up, though, right to him. He'll record the out. They've been a pretty sure out in left field this year. And he records the first. DeWitt gave it a ride, but found the glove of Pieper, one away. Brings up now Elam Bryson. Bryson first time around. believe it was a fielder's choice, and he'll ground one to Flock. He'll glove it, throw to first, and record the out 5-3. Pretty soft hit ball. MSP defensively at least settling into this game now. 2 up, 2 down for Lincoln Christian here in the bottom of the second inning. Now bringing up Paxton Bailey. Bailey, a walk his first time up. One of those 4 walks. And now Collins finding the strike zone. 0-1 count as he issues right away, and he's starting to pick up that speed a little bit. He's ready to go. When he gets in a rhythm, we talked about his pace. The 0-1, ground ball, third base foul, and he's a strike away from working a 1-2-3 inning here in the second. That would give them MSP a little momentum heading into the third inning. They can shut down the offense. The 0-2, ripped to left field. That'll drift foul. Bailey back in, still in an 0-2 hole. Still hitless, Lincoln Christian. Second time through the order on Brecken Collins. Pair of errors at third base, 1 in center field. 4 walks drawn. The 0-2, ground ball, third base, foul again. Some pretty good rips here for Bailey, who is certainly protecting here, swinging at everything. The junior steps back in, still in an 0-2 hole. Collins, the pitch. That one wasted high, 1-2. He's already at 56 pitches, though. He'll have to hand the keys over at some point. The 1-2 to Bailey. Another foul ball. This one lifted into left, but well foul. And Bailey, if he finds a way to straighten this out, he's put some good swings on, but all have been pretty well foul. 1-2 count. Another one from Collins. Missing low, 2-2. Not a bad placement, though, for Collins to take a shot there. Bailey didn't go after it. And now all 2s. The pitch. Ground ball, third base. Flock can't glove it into left field. Picked up by Isaac Irish. And it's a 2-out base runner for Lincoln Christian. I'm guessing the scoreboard's going to label that an E5 on MSP, which would be their 4th of the game. They do. Courtesy runner at first base for Bailey is Crow. So a 2-out base runner for Lincoln Christian. Brings up now the lefty, number 10, Jackson Wobig. Wobig the first time up, walked, and drove in a run. It was a bases loaded walk. He came around to score later in the inning. So the lefty with a base runner on first base, 2 away. Sees one low, ball 1. Bottom of the second, Lincoln Christian 7, MSP 1 in the C6 District Tournament here from Mount Michael in Elkhorn. The 1-0, lifted foul left side, well out, 1-1. Levi Charter catching. Braxton Richards at first base, Braithwaite at second, Isaac Irish at short, Griffin Flock at third. In the outfield, Peeper Jones Westcoat left to right. 1-1, low, runner on the move, throw down from Charter, right there, but not in time. Close point, nice throw. Just not in time, and now a 2-1 count and a stolen base for Crow. Mentioned this team doesn't run a lot. That's Crow's first of the year, and the 29th of the year for Lincoln Christian is all, but they had 8 against MSP in the first game of the year. Now a 2-1 count on Wobig, and he'll lift this one to right. It's going to drop in for a single. Rounding third and being sent is Crow. He will come home to score. Well, closer play. Throws a little high, but sliding in safely. Boy, I thought initially he had that really easily. The relay throw a little high from Richards, and it's going to be an RBI single for Wobig, driving in Crow. And that makes it an 8-1 lead for Lincoln Christian here with still 2 outs. So that error, once again, that's the first hit of the ball game for Lincoln Christian, and has plated them their 8th run of the ball game now. That brings up now Eppenbach. Throw over to first. Back in sliding is the base runner. Eppenbach, a walk his first time up. Runner at first, still 2 down. We're in the bottom of the second. Pitch home, swung on and missed. And Coach had mentioned in the pregame, as the 0-1 comes home, it's a number comes right in front of us. I think that hit the crowd mic. Couldn't have placed that one in a better spot. 0-2 count. Coach had said, we're fine if they get hits. It's not okay if we allow them to get on base. Left field, this one's driven. It'll drop in front of Pieper, and back-to-back hits for Lincoln Christian now. So hitless through the first 8 runs, or 7 runs, and now back-to-back singles with still 2 away. In the bottom of the second, brings up Matthew Witt, the junior. This bottom of the order's been pretty good. Witt grounded into a fielder's choice his first time up. Drove in a run.
Keep firing them in there.
As Collins, 65 pitches here through an inning and 2/3. Pitch home. This is check swing. That'll get above us and back behind for a foul ball.
Reminder, if you track down a foul ball, return it to the snack shack in exchange for
8-1 Lincoln Christian. We're in the bottom of the second inning. With back-to-back singles from the middle part of the order. Runner at first and second. 0-1. This is foul ball. It's the top of the fence. Comes back down below us. 0-2. Good hustle by number 9, Zachary Clough of Lincoln Christian. And now an 0-2 count. See if Collins can get out of this inning. Can't. Good placement, but a 1-2 count on the miss. Lincoln Christian, to their credit, pretty good eye today. They haven't chased on any of those when they're down a little count. Now 1-2 to Witt. Ground ball. This one to Flock. 2 hopper. Gloves. He'll throw to first and get the out in time and end the inning for Lincoln Christian. But MSP makes it, again, interesting. Lincoln Christian able to add a run off 2 hits. There was an error and 2 left on base. 2 complete. As we go to the top of the third from the C6 District Tournament, it's Lincoln Christian 8, MSP 1.
CT Computer Services in North Platte is your one-stop computer shop, offering PC and Mac repair, in-shop, on-site, and remote services available for your home or business. And they also offer PC sales and service of major brands like Dell, new and refurbished units in stock, and even custom-built PCs. Prices for every budget starting at less than $300. CT Computer Services at Phillips and Willow in North Platte. Call 534-3628. CT Computer Services, your IT guys.
Are you tired of gathering that same old bull off the neighbors? Or maybe you can't even enjoy some privacy in your own backyard? You need to call Lazy TS Custom Fencing of North Platte. We offer barbed wire fencing, continuous fencing, privacy fence, chain link fence, tank setting, snow removal, and any skid loader service required. Lazy TS Custom Fencing, 308-539-9579, and go Irish.
Maxwell-St. Pat's baseball, year 5 of the program here for MSP, as they are in Lincoln Christian, or taking on Lincoln Christian at Mount Michael. It's usually been a road trip for district baseball. Omaha Roncalli one year went to Norris. I think in the first year, I'm trying to remember the other district sites. Leading off here at the top of the third, Griffin Flock, and he'll take strike 1 from Bryson. To start it off here, MSP on the offensive end of this game does have 1 hit. That's it so far on Bryson. And he'll issue immediately strike 2 on Flock. Griffin Flock, freshman campaign, hitting 158. Does have 3 hits, pair driven in. Here in an 0-2 hole. Bryson bounces that in. Good stop by an home plate by Bailey. And a 1-2 count. Bryson, this will be just his 30th pitch. Effective so far after giving up that first run of the game. Worked a 1-2-3 second inning. He's ahead in the count, 1-2 on Flock. Swing and a miss, and he'll get another strikeout here. He ended the second with back-to-back strikeouts. So give him 3 in a row. That's his 4th of the game. That'll bring up now the number 9 hitter in the lineup, Javen Westco. Westco hitting .235 in his freshman year. 4 hits, pair driven in. Successfully hit in 3 of 8 games this year. Top of the order, and Collins waits on deck. This is a foul ball right side. That'll get out of play for Westcote. Westcote, 2 hits against Sedgwick County, Colorado, 2 against Aurora. He did have 1 against Centennial in the season finale. The 0-1 fooled 0-2. Top of the third, 8-1 Lincoln Christian, the 2 seed over the 3 seeded MSP. Westcote's 0-2, ground ball, first base, or second baseman gloves it. He'll scoop, throw to first and record the out 4-3. Matan to Eppenbaugh, 2 down. Routine play defensively there for Lincoln Christian. Puts 2 down here in the top of the third. Brings up now Brecken Collins.
Number 1, Brecken Collins.
Collins led off. He then got to second on the single by Braithwaite, stole third, and that was key because the double play then brought him home. He'll square to bunt. He'll pull back, take a ball. His charging was DeWitt from third base. Collins certainly with a speed to execute that. But now the surprise factor might be off. We'll see if DeWitt pays attention to that. The 1-0 count. He is stepping forward. Collins not showing it here. Takes one low, 2-0. Brecken, a .400 average on the year. Leads the team in average plate appearances, runs, hits, doubles, triples, stolen bases, and hit by pitches. Takes one wide, 3-0. He'll try to draw his 4th walk of the year here. 3 multi-hit games on the year for Brecken Collins. The 3-0. He'll sit on this, I'm sure. Takes it inside, another walk. So I think that's 2 4-pitch walks for Brecken. He's on base again, bringing up Braithwaite. And with Collins getting on, he's always a threat to run 16 stolen bases, including 1 already today. I gotta think they're gonna look to move him along. Braithwaite, 1 for 1 day. Runner on the move, throw down to second, bounces in, and not in time. Collins able to steal. 17 stolen base for the season for Brecken Collins, and that's in 9 games, mind you. 0-1 count on Braithwaite. A hit might bring him in. Braithwaite already with a single, the only hit for MSP. Runner on the move, throw down to third. This time is going to be, I think, in time. They got him. Aggressive on the base pass. This time doesn't pay off, and Collins will end the inning getting caught stealing. Bailey to DeWitt, and MSP quiet in the top of the third. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the third, 8-1 Lincoln Christian on Husker Radio.
Buying a car, it's not always the most pleasant experience, but it doesn't have to be that way. 23 years. That's how long Premier Toyota has been in North Platte community, delivering a car buying experience that's friendly, easy, and fun. Check PremierAutoplex.com first, then stop by your lot at 2600 South Willow Street in North Platte. Come see us. Premier Toyota for your next new Toyota or pre-owned vehicle. Premier Toyota at PremierAutoplex.com.
Pathology Services now offers Save a Fortune cookies to all patients who see healthcare providers with offices in North Platte. All patients have the federally guaranteed right to choose which lab performs their blood draws and lab tests. Simply tell your local provider you want your lab tests performed at Pathology Services and save a fortune on lab tests.
Pathology Services inside the North Platte Health Pavilion or at the Westfield Shopping Center in North Platte.
Lincoln Christian with the 8-1 lead here in the C6 District Tournament over MSP. Brecken Collins coming out for his 3rd inning of work as he gets caught stealing to end the top half of the 3rd inning. Due up for Lincoln Christian 9-1-2. This will be the 3rd time around already on MSP.
Leading off the bottom of the 3rd.
Leading it off is number 5. Number 9 hitter in the lineup, Drew Matan. Matan reached on an air, takes it high, ball 1. He skied one to Jones in center field, and it just very uncharacteristically popped out of his glove. Now a 1-0 count. That's in there for a strike, 1-1. Mention only to this point 2 hits, which means 0 earned runs for Brecken Collins out of the 8 issued. Foul ball back, 1-2 count. And that's exactly what Coach, I think, stressed in the pregame was if you can live with earned runs, not under. Here's another foul ball back by Matan. 1-2 count. Lincoln Christian with 5 hits, I believe, in the first game that they won 10-0. So this game kind of tracking the same way as that one bounces in 2-2. The 2-2. Ground ball. Collins knocks it down, races over, throws to first, and able to record the out. Nice play, Brecken Collins. Boy, he took that off the foot and then raced over to his left and able to get the out. Good effort by Brecken Collins to record the out. And there's one away in the Lincoln Christian 3rd inning. Brings around the top of the order now, and Ian Brester, the senior, who has reached on an error already and reached on a drop 3rd strike. He's had an interesting start. 1-0 count to number 1 on the ball 1. 1-0, ground ball over to his own coach down the third base line. 1-1. Brester leads the team in plate appearances, at-bats, and runs scored. 1-1. Missing high, 2-1. (8-1) Lincoln Christian, bottom of the 3rd, the 2-1. That one well low and outside from Collins. Now 3-1. Brecken settled in the 2nd inning. 4 walks in the 1st inning and some errors. MSP 4 errors in this game. The 3-1, that's too high and outside, and ball 4 for Brester, who is reached now on an error, a drop 3rd strike, and a walk. And he's a 1-out base runner here in the bottom of the 3rd. 5th walk issued by Collins on the game, which is his season high. And now it's Grant DeHaan stepping in, the junior. DeHaan, a walk and a fly out, 0 for 1. Brester certainly a threat to steal. He leads the team with 6 stolen bases. He'll get a throw over. He's back in. Collins comes set and delivers the first pitch. It's lined up the middle, base hit. And up with it is Jones. 1st to 3rd attempt here. He's going to be safe. And that'll be ultimately a single by DeHaan, and he will get to 2nd on the throw as Brester racing around 3rd, able to get in safely. And now runners at 2nd and 3rd for Lincoln Christian with 1 away in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Up 8-1 with now DeWitt at the plate. DeWitt 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a flyout. He had a loud out to Pieper in left field. 3rd hit there for Lincoln Christian of the game. And this one's driven right field. Backing up is Westcote, looking at it, and that's going to roll to the fence. It'll clear to home. DeWitt going to hold it a double. A 2 RBI double, and makes it a 10-1 ball game as he drives that one to right field.
2 RBI double for DeWitt.
And Lincoln Christian has made it a 10-1 lead. And that's the first real big hit of the ball game for Lincoln Christian. Comes off the bat of DeWitt, who drives in his 13th and 14th RBI on his 5th double of the year. And Lincoln Christian's 4th hit is a huge one, and now brings up Bryson. With a runner at 2nd, still 2 away. Bryson 0 for 2, reached out an error and grounded out. And he'll swing on that, come up empty, strike 1. Collins' 83rd pitch there. We're in the bottom of the 3rd, 10-1 Lincoln Christian. They won the first game in this series, 10-0, back in late March. The 0-1, outside, 1-1. Winner gets Mount Michael. They were 8-1 winners over Raymond Central earlier today. Collins is 1-1. That's a strike, 1-2. MSP regular season 3-5. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Collins able to get his third strikeout of the ball game, and he'll put 2 away. Bryson will sit with an 0 for 3 day and bring up now Bailey with 2 down and runner at second base. Bailey has walked and reached out an error. Another righty-righty matchup for Collins. Swing and a miss. Brecken, his off speed is working here. Lincoln Christian might have an earned run now. They do. 2 of the 10 earned on Brecken Collins. DeWitt at second base. Drove in those 2. There's a called strike 2 on Bailey. Collins worked ahead several times in this game. Here he's 0-2, and he hits him. Boy, that's certainly not what he wanted to do with an 0-2 count. And the first hit by a pitch for Collins on the day puts runners first and second. And a courtesy runner for Bailey at first base. David Crow will run again. And time called here. Coach Braithwaite going to come out and chat with Collins here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. This time brought to you by Dave's Place in North Platte. For the next time out of your kitchen and the best homemade pizza and wings, get to Dave's Place with dine-in, carry-out, and online ordering available. It is Dave's Place in North Platte. It is 5:56 Central Time. You're listening to KODY North Platte with translator K291BW North Platte and 106.1 FM. CT Computer Services on the corner of Phillip and Willow, offering Tune-Up Tuesdays, where all in-shop services are half price at CT Computer Services. Technology solved. As short conversation complete. North Platte is playing in Norfolk here in their district tournament. They're trailing 5-1 in that game. They were scheduled for a 4:30 start. That's in the top of the 6th there. That game in Norfolk for North Platte Bulldogs. So here's the lefty now, Wobig. Runners at first and second, still 2 away, and he'll ground one foul first base line. Wobig, a walk and a single. 1 for 1 day. Bottom of the 3rd, still 2 down, 2 home in the inning. The 0-1 inside, 1-1 count. Right now that 7th spot in the 1st with 0 hits and 0 earned runs is what stands out. The 1-1. Lifted to right center field. This is a gapper. Wobig, beautifully placed. Nobody there for a long time. It should bring in 2. And he'll settle in for 2. No, he'll dig for a triple, and he'll get there. A stand-up triple for Jackson Wobig, and he makes it a 12-1 lead. And for Wobig, it's his first triple of the year, and 4th and 5th runs batted in. Boy, just beautifully placed in right center. And it just took Jones and Westcote a long time to get to it as DeWitt and Crobo score. 12-1 Lincoln Christian, still with 2 outs. And the pitch, ground ball. This one cut off by Isaac Irish. He'll throw to first low. Nice dig out there by Braxton Richards at first base. He'll save a run and end the inning for Lincoln Christian. However, Crusaders had 4 more runs, this time off 3 hits. There was no errors and 1 left on base. We go to the top of the 4th, and it's Lincoln Christian 12, MSP 1.
If it's party time, plan your next occasion at Occasions. Right next to the lake, Occasions can host your next gathering, meeting, party, or simply a get-together. With a full kitchen and outdoor patio, plus tables and chairs, call Mike to book at 227-2602. Occasions of North Platte.
You invest in your home, your retirement. How about your child's education? I'm Enrollment Director Gwen Covey, inviting you to consider investment in the North Platte Catholic Schools. We're proud of our 100% graduation rate and countless success stories. Start your story at Little Leprechaun Preschool and graduate as a Fighting Irish. Pre-K through 12th grade, all on one campus. For more information, call 532-1874.
When your home fills up with family, Allo Fiber makes sure that space is a happy place for everyone. Allo Fiber experts install it all, and full service means step-by-step support, guiding you through everything so you can stay connected to what matters, and the family can always feel at home. Put the game on. And don't worry about your Wi-Fi calling a timeout. Better TV and internet service is one connection away. Call Allo at 866-481-2556 or visit allofiber.com.
Just like the athletes on the field quarter track, your heating and cooling units work hard, and service on them is sometimes needed when the air conditioning stops running cold or your furnace shuts down. Call Langmeyer Heating and Cooling of North Platte for service or a new unit altogether. That's Langmeyer Heating and Cooling of North Platte, 534-5848. Back here, top of the fourth we go. MSP trailing 12-1 here to Lincoln Christian. Due up 2-3-4 for MSP. Jackson Braithwaite. As Elon Bryson's out for his fourth inning of work. A foul ball back by Braithwaite starts it off with an 0-1 count. Bryson's 40th pitch is all. So far, it's been a solid outing from him. Braithwaite, 1 for 1. With the only hit for MSP, a single back in the first. Sees that one well low into the dirt, 1-1. And for Braithwaite, good close to the season, at least for him at the plate. He had a huge game against Centennial. He drives one into left center field, drifting over as a center fielder, dives for it, and comes up with the out. Boy, heck of a play by Brester in center field. And he's a little shaken up too, but he holds on. It's a fantastic catch on the dive. It was a casual run over by Brester. I didn't think he was going to get to it. And he made a late dive and records the out here in the top of the fourth inning. Brings up Isaac Irish now. I think they're going to go take a look at Brester. Make sure he's all right. Coach Herrick will come down and talk to Isaac Irish. For MSP, of course, got 4 seniors on this roster. That'll be done at the conclusion of this tournament. Brester is okay. And some pretty impactful ones that have played a lot of baseball for MSP. They're hoping to extend their season here, but now you're thinking 10-run rule. You're going to have to score some runs. Here's Isaac Irish, senior, 0 for 1, grounded into a double play. It did drive in a run back in the first inning. They gave MSP then a 1-0 lead. Bryson swinging a foul ball. Back, comes off the mask there. And an 0-1 count. Isaac, one of those seniors, will graduate from St. Pat's this weekend. The 0-1, ground ball third base foul. Now he's in an 0-2 hole. Irish playing in his 42nd game. He's probably played more games in an MSP uniform, maybe not than everybody. Anybody that started last year as a freshman might have, or started the last 4 years, might have had more. It's been a lower season in games as that one misses low and outside 1 and 2. But certainly played a lot. 1-2 count for the senior. Brester hits him in the helmet. And Isaac will get hit by the pitch. That'll be his 3rd hit by a pitch of the year, 9th of his career. And the first hit batter of this ball game, a 1-out base runner here in the top of the 4th for MSP. That'll bring up now Cole Jones. Jones struck out looking first time up, 0 for 1. Throw over to first, Irish back in sliding. MSP 1 home off 1 hit. 4 errors, only run back in the first inning. Ground ball by Jones to third base, eats up DeWitt. He holds on to it, he'll throw to second, not get the out, it's dropped. And everybody gonna be safe. That was a juggling effort by DeWitt at third base. He knocked it down, kept it in front of him, but then he juggled it in the air a few times. And they're going to label that an E5, and so runners at first and second now on the first error by Lincoln Christian, puts 2 aboard. Now they're going to look at Isaac at second base again. That ball come in and hit him maybe. He seems to be all right. Here's Xavier Pieper now. Boy, Isaac, he's getting beat up out there. Here's Xavier Pieper. Pieper flew out to the shortstop first time up, 0 for 1. See if the sophomore can get something here for MSP, trying to get some magic here in this fourth inning. He'll step out of the way of ball one. 1-0. Pieper came into the tournament hitting .238. 1-0 count. Bryson, this is flown to left field. Backing up, settling though is Witt. He'll glove it. Everybody back to their base. 2 away now. Pieper 0 for 2 with a couple flyouts. And that'll now be up to Levi Charter to extend this fourth inning for MSP. Levi 0 for 1 with a strikeout. 1 of 4 strikeouts for Bryson today, who will throw just his 50th pitch of the game. Comes set and issues. And immediately a strike, and that's been a key for him. 50 pitches, 31 strikes thrown. Oh, 1 to Charter, turning and staring back Isaac Irish is Bryson. Lincoln Christian up 12-1, top of the fourth. The 0-1. Charter hits him in the arm. Another hit batter. So Charter will load the bases up with a hit by pitch for MSP here in the top of the fourth inning.
Bases loaded for the first baseman.
Charter's second time he's been plunked this year. Now it'll be up to Braxton Richards, who's 0 for 1. Braxton struck out his first time. See if the senior's got a big hit in his tank here to try to get MSP some runs here. That pitch wide, ball 1. Irish at third, Jones at second, Charter at first. 2 down, though, in the MSP fourth inning. 1-0 to Braxton Richards. Bryson kicks in, delivers, swing and a miss, 1-1. Get the feeling for MSP, that 10-run rule, you get into the fifth, pressure's on. This is a huge opportunity to extend this game. Bryson's 1-1. Richards takes, ball to strike 2. And MSP down to a strike here in this inning. Richards behind, down 1-2. Bases loaded, 2 down. We're in the top of the fourth. The pitch. Ducks down. Boy, that was closer than I thought, but still 2-2. And for MSP, makes it a 10-run game, and now time called as Griffin Flock will be at the plate here for MSP. As we've got a break in the action, our game coverage here brought to you in part by Jorgensen's Lawn Service. If you need a thicker, greener, less troublesome lawn, call Jorgensen's Lawn Service, 368-4000 with fertilizer, iron, weed, and insect control. Jorgensen's proudly serves the entire area. Call today for a free estimate, 368-4000. It's a great field here. Our grass looks solid here. I'm going to say they got a little rain here in this part of the state. Conversation here for Lincoln Christian. Winner of this game gets Mount Michael tomorrow, the host team, for the C6 District Championship. Just a 4-team bracket. Mentioned the Bulldogs of North Platte were playing in Norfolk. They trail 5-3, although they're tightening that game up. In the bottom of the 6th inning. See if Griffin Flock can extend this inning for MSP. He struck out his first time up. Flock, 3 hits on the year. Can he get his 4th in a big moment here? 2 down. Bryson's first pitch. Strike 1. Bryson really had not had any issues with efficiency at the plate. He'd been tremendous until that walk, the 0-1. A little low, 1-1. For Bryson, 3 walks now, but a couple in this inning. 1-1 count, bases loaded, 2 down, 1 home in the inning. Flock sees one low and outside. 2-1. And he's going to be probably patient here. It'll have to look real good. Jones at third base, the 2-1 here. To Griffin Flock. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Another big pitch coming up here. So Richards was able to battle back and win that. Draw a walk and score a run. See if Flock can win this one. 2-2 count. Bases loaded, 2 down in the 4th. Bryson with a long pause. The kick and delivery. Low. Full count. Another pretty good placement, but misses. And another full count pitch with bases loaded and 2 away. Here in the top of the 4th inning. Bryson comes set with the 3-2. Kicks, delivers, runners moving, swing and a miss. Flock goes down with bases loaded, and that ends the 4th inning for MSP. A run off no hits. There was 1 error and 3 left on for MSP. Bottom of the 4th, we go. Lincoln Christian 12, MSP 2.
When you're working outdoors, unpredictability is the norm, so tackle your toughest jobs with the 2025 Honda Pioneer 700. This rugged side-by-side brings power to any party with reliable torque for towing and smooth shifting for the trails. And you can choose between 3 trims, Standard, Deluxe, or the True Timber Forest Edition, equipped for ultimate backwood adventures. Get greater capability. See the 2025 Honda Pioneer 700 today at Budke Power Sports off I-80 under the Big Red Roof, North Platte. For your safety, read the owner's manual, wear a helmet, eye protection, closed side nets and doors, and always wear seatbelts. Honda side-by-sides for riders 16 and older.
Putting your family first.
Are you looking for the right dentist for you and your family? Phelps Family Dentistry has you covered. Dr. Lene Phelps and Dr. Kelly Hansen will make sure your family has the healthiest smile. Whether it's dental cleanings, fillings, same-day crowns, or total smile makeovers. Call our office at 534-4040 or visit us at phelpsdds.com to schedule your family's next dental appointment. And go Irish!
Putting your family
Sleep happy at the newly renovated Hampton by Hilton North Platte. We go the extra mile to give you an exceptional stay with amenities designed for you, including 55-inch TVs with streaming capabilities, hot breakfast buffet featuring Hampton waffles, indoor pool, and newly designed fitness center. When life is go, 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 it matters where you stay. Choose the Hampton by Hilton North Platte, conveniently located just off I-80 at exit 177.
Welcome back on HuskerRadio.com, KODY 1240 AM, 106.1 FM. 12-2 as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning here from Mount Michael Benedictine High School, the side of the C6 district tournament. As MSP trailing 12-2, due up Lincoln Christian 8-9-1. Matthew Witt will lead it off. Matan and Brester or Lincoln Christian. First pitch swinging, ground ball to Braithwaite. Knocks it down, throws to first. 4-3, 1 away. Pretty routine for the green glove of Braithwaite. And puts 1 down quickly for Collins. Here in the 4th inning, Lincoln Christian is basically looking for insurance runs. First pitch home to Matan is lifted to left field, but settling is Pieper. Records the out, 2 away on 2 pitches. Here for Brecken Collins. Quickly 2 down now for Brester. Here in the Lincoln Christian 4th inning. Brester, how about this line today? He has hit a ground ball, reached on an error, reached on a drop third strike, and walked. Takes ball 1. 1-0. MSP will have to score in the top of the 5th to extend this game. Right now a 10-run lead. Line drive left field foul ball. 1-1 on Brester. And for MSP in that inning, it'll be 9-1-2. Westcote Collins, Braithwaite. 1-1 count here on Brester. Lifted, right field, shallow. Westcote coming in, Braithwaite going back. He'll glove it. And Brecken Collins, on just a few pitches, able to get work a 1-2-3 inning here in the bottom of the 4th inning. We will go to the 5th. Could be the final one for MSP. They'll need to score. Trailing 12-2. Back after this.
Looking for used items at a big discount, all while supporting the North Platte Catholic Schools? Shop the Bargain Bin, a thrift store located at 421 East 3rd Street in North Platte. Open Thursday through Saturday, 10 to 3. The Bargain Bin sells everything from household items, quality home decor, crafts, clothing of all sizes, including children's, bedding, holiday decorations, antiques, and furniture. Plus, donations are accepted with drop-off Monday through Wednesday from 8:30 to noon. After hours, call 221-2665. Proceeds benefit North Platte Catholic Schools.
Nebraska Harvest Center, Nebraska's exclusive Kloss dealership, is redefining the future of farming. Join us as a resident service technician and receive a $5,000 signing bonus, competitive wages, and premium free family health care. Are you ready to work on the most advanced agricultural machinery? Take the leap towards a brighter future. Become part of our success story today. Nebraska Harvest Center, driving innovation in agriculture. Visit us at nebharv.com.
Are you in need of farm or ranch management or considering a sale of your ag real estate? Turn to the professionals at HD Management. Contact Kurt Pieper, Hank Nicely, or Justin Pieper with HD Management in North Platte. That's HD Management, your professionals in ag real estate. Got a new pitcher here as we begin the top of the fifth inning. Lincoln Christian brings in number 11, Maddox Eppenbaugh, the junior. Eppenbaugh will make his fourth appearance of the year. 1-1 record. Eppenbaugh, 10 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, only 1 earned. He struck out 6, walked 3, and a .70 ERA for Eppenbaugh. So he comes in, takes over for Bryson here in the top of the fifth inning. And MSP trailing 12-2. They'll need to add a run to extend this game in the inning. But the 10-run rule will come into effect. It'll be Javen Westcoat to lead it off for MSP here in the inning. And Westcoat grounded out his first time up, 0-for-1. The right-hander, Eppenbaugh, misses that way outside and low, 1-0. See, top of the order, Brecken Collins and Jackson Braithwaite. Isaac Irish, if anybody gets on base for MSP, a 1-0 count. Here to Westcoat, he'll come up empty, 1-1. Westcoat, the freshman, a .235 batting average this year. Sees that one 2-1 low. See if Westcoat can get on base for MSP to try to extend this ball game. 2-1, ground ball. This one to the shortstop. DeHaan up with it, throw to first. In time, 6-3. Pretty routine there for Lincoln Christian. Puts one away in the fifth inning for MSP. That'll bring up Collins. Brecken has walked twice.
So ground down to short for out number 1. Now batting the pitcher.
He has gotten on base both times and scored once. See if he can get a hit. That one high, ball 1. Collins came in hitting .400. That average holds right now. The 1-0. Foul tip back 1-1 with those 2 walks. Hitless against Lincoln Christian, but struck out twice, so he's had a better appearance here today. 1-1 count. Eppenbaugh bounces that one in, 2-1. Collins playing in his 20th game for MSP. Started every game last year as a freshman. He's got 6 multi-hit games in his career. 2-1 here. He nubs this one right back to Eppenbaugh. He'll glove it and record the out. Just went in the air just very softly. And for Collins, that's a soft pop fly right back to the pitcher. We'll put 2 down in the MSP fifth inning, bring up Jackson Braithwaite. Braithwaite's got the only hit for MSP today. He's also flown out to center. A 1-for-2 day for the sophomore. He'll try to extend this game for MSP. A 10-run rule come into effect if he cannot, and he'll take strike 1. MSP season lingering on the brink here in Mount Michael. The 0-1 to Braithwaite. They'll extend it. 12-2. Lincoln Christian. The advantage here in the inning. The pitch. It's a called strike 3, and MSP goes down on that pitch right there. And the inning is over, and the season is over for MSP here in the C6 District Tournament. It'll be a win for Lincoln Christian. They win it by a score of 12-2. We'll begin our Quick Stop postgame show and wrap up the season for MSP right after this on Husker Radio.
Are you in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV? Look no further than Bill Summers Ford Honda Nissan Lincoln for your next vehicle. Look online 24/7 at BillSummers.com. Bill Summers is Western Nebraska's leasing headquarters, and they have aggressive financing to get you into the vehicle you've been dreaming of. tomorrow. Check out all the inventory at BillSummers.com anytime. Bill Summers Ford Honda Nissan Lincoln, where families are our business. Highway 83 and Walker Road in North Platte, and online 24/7 at BillSummers.com.
This is Marty Trzcinski. I'm proud to help sponsor another year of sports for our St. Pat's Irish teams. If you find yourself in need of a lawyer, I'd be glad to help you out. I've been handling civil lawsuits, criminal cases, and general legal matters here in North Platte for over 30 years. Like our Irish teams, I know how to win. Call me at 534-4837 or visit my website at troshlaw.com. Experience you need, results you want, and let's go Irish.
When it comes time to honor the life of your loved one, it's all about the relationship. Adams & Swanson Funeral Home will help you celebrate that bond with assisting you and your family with all services, ceremonies, grief support, and pre-planning. Learn more by visiting adamswanson.com or by calling 532-2044.
You're hungry and you don't want to cook. Time for Dave's.
You know how it goes. It's 6 p.m. already and nothing's planned for dinner. Let Dave's Place take care of it. With dine-in and carry-out, your family's meal is taken care of.
And Dave's Place has the big game on.
A family atmosphere with plenty of TVs to watch all the matchups you want. With homemade pizza, wings of almost any flavor, and nightly drink specials, Dave's Place won't let you down for dinner.
Dave's Place, 1510 East 4th Street, North Platte, or online at davesplacemp.com.
Whoop, whoop.
Hi, this is Jordan Mawson with Lashley Land and Recreational Brokers. I know that selling the family farm or ranch can be a very tough and emotional decision. Many years of blood, sweat, and tears go into taking care of your family's legacy. Should the time come to make that big decision to sell, you need a professional who understands the farm and ranch real estate market and can help you make the most of this once-in-a-lifetime decision. If you're thinking of selling your farm or ranch property in Nebraska, call me, Jordan Mawson, or check out my agent page at lashleyland.com.
Back here on HuskerRadio.com, KODY 1240 AM 106.1 FM. It's a final for MSP as their season comes to an end. A 12-2 loss here to the Lincoln Christian Crusaders in the C6 District Tournament. Your postgame brought to you by Quick Stop, just around every corner, fast, easy, and convenient, with 6 locations throughout North Platte. Also locations in Ogallala, Hershey, Grant, and Imperial. On the road to everywhere. It is Quick Stop. MSP season comes to an end here at 3-6 with a loss to Lincoln Christian. Probably, honestly, look at the box score. Not quite like the first time they played, but a 10-run deficit, a lot of self-inflicted errors, not a lot of hits. Only 5 hits, I think the same amount that Lincoln Christian had in the first game against MSP back to kick off the season. Issue is that 7-run first inning. I mean, 4 errors that were costly. If you look at earned runs, there weren't many of them for MSP, and walks certainly didn't help MSP at all here today. Let's run through your post-game numbers here. They're brought to you by Condon Signs, North Platte's only locally owned full-service sign company. Condon Signs creates custom monument signs, pylon signs, commercial awnings, and they'll service your existing sign quality and knowledge since 1991. Visit them on the corner of 8th and Vine or at condonsigns.com. MSP, 1 run in the first, 1 in the fourth, 2 runs total off 1 hit. They committed 4 errors. Lincoln Christian, 7 in the first, 1 in the second, 4 more in the third. 12 runs, 5 hits, 1 error here today. For MSP at the plate, 0 for 1 day for Collins. He drew a couple walks and scored a run. Braithwaite had the only hit, 1 for 3, a single. Isaac Irish 0 for 1, did score a run. He was hit by a pitch. Cole Jones 0 for 2, Xavier Pieper 0 for 2, Levi Charter 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch. Braxton Richards 0 for 1, drew a walk and drove in the only run of the ball game, or only one of 2 bunt runs. Griffin Flock 0 for 2 and Javen Westcoat 0 for 2. MSP 3 walks and 6 strikeouts. Brecken Collins got the start. He goes 4 innings, 5 hits, 12 runs, only 4 earned today. 5 walks though, 3 strikeouts. He gets the loss in 98 pitches. Meanwhile, for Lincoln Christian, it was a 2-hit day for Wobig. He had 4 runs batted in. He had a triple in this game. He had 1 hit from DeHaan, DeWitt, and Eppenbaugh as well. 5 walks, 3 strikeouts for Lincoln Christian. Bryson got the start, 4 innings, 1 hit, 2 runs, 1 earned. He struck out 5, walked 3. He gets tagged with the win today. Eppenbaugh finished the final inning for Lincoln Christian, who improved to 12-5 on the year. They'll play Mount Michael now tomorrow. I believe it was a 5 o'clock start there, right here from Mount Michael. As their season, they'll try to get back to state where they went and won some games last year at the state tournament. Last year, they'll play again here tomorrow to try to go to state against Mount Michael. Those are your post-game numbers brought to you by Cotton Signs of North Platte here from Mount Michael Benedictine High School. The C6 District Tournament here on HuskerRadio.com as the season again comes to an end for MSP. I do want to mention North Platte is playing Norfolk today in Norfolk. That's in the top of the 7th. North Platte is down to their final out. No, they're winning. Sorry, excuse me. I think I was reading that wrong. They're winning 6-3. I, for some reason, thought that said they were losing, so I told you there. That one, they were winning 6-3, going to the bottom of the 7th. So they'll try to extend their season. They would play tomorrow in Omaha if they can win that one. So good luck to the Bulldogs there. Time now for your player of the game, brought to you by Allo Communications. Allo is taking tech to the next level with products and services that provide its fiber fans with an all-star experience. If you're ready to up your internet game, go to allocommunications.com and get Allo today. There wasn't a whole lot of positives in this one for MSP. I'll go with Jackson Braithwaite. He had the only hit for MSP here today was a single by Braithwaite, so he can get our Allo Fiber player of the game. Coach Herrick, Coach Braithwaite, they're still talking to the team here, and would love to catch up with Coach Herrick and wrap up the season, but I don't know how long that conversation will take. But certainly was a fun season of MSP baseball here. A shortened one. I know that the goal is to get some more games on the schedule for next year. I think there certainly will be a few more, and that's going to be great. And this is going to return a lot. And you look at MSP's roster, they're going to lose 4 seniors on this roster, and some guys that played a lot of baseball. Isaac Irish, a 4-year starter. I think his game totals was in the 40s. You're going to lose Cole Jones, who's a 4-year player for this team as well. A Maxwell senior, Braxton Richards, played the last couple of years a whole lot. And also Joaquin Vega as well will graduate out of the program here. So certainly 4 seniors to lose, but there's a lot back. I think there's a lot of positivity. That sophomore class is awfully good, and I think this is a group that can build on it, just like they built on last year's record this year. I think it's an opportunity next year to build on it again and see if they can keep the wins coming. I mean, when you look at the totality of it, this was the second best season in program history. So credit to them, credit to Coach Herrick and Coach Braithwaite. It was a fun season covering Maxwell-St. Pat's baseball. It's going to do it today from Lincoln Christian, from Mount Michael. MSP falls to Lincoln Christian in the C6 District Tournament 12-2. I'm Tanner Struckman saying so long. Have a great night. You've been listening to C6 District Baseball on Husker Radio.
This has been Maxwell-St. Pat's Baseball on Husker Radio. For a copy of today's game, call the station at 308-532-3344. This has been a Husker Radio production. We now return you to your regularly scheduled programming, already in progress.